Hi everyone, it's Colleen here, and today I'm going to bring you another product review. But what is it this time? Today we're going to be doing a food review on chocolate. So first up, a big shout out to Benns Ethicoa, I hope I pronounced it right, for sending me some of their amazing chocolate products, and I can't wait to try them right now, right in front of you. And he sent me like a whole bunch of stuff. So first up, this is what I'm gonna do, is that let me tell you a bit about Benns Ethicoa. So as most of you know, I'm a vegan, and of course I try my best to be a good vegan, I guess. That is the proper term. And Benns Ethicoa really assured me that they really do strive to be very ethically sourced. So I'm gonna read like a little brief description about them. So they actually gave me like a whole description of every single detail of what chocolate they gave me, and even their company. And honestly, it's interesting even just reading about them. Like, let's just give you a summary that Benns Ethicoa Benns chocolate has been around since 1999, and it's evolved over the years to become a very artisanal bean to bar chocolate maker, which is wonderful. They use like every single part of cacao bean, and they support farmers in Asia. The company is proudly committed to healthy, sustainable, and directly sourced chocolate. And one of their visions is to share the truth behind cacao so that they can change lives one origin at a time. And their mission is to create awareness and to support Asian farmers and give back to them. And by directly sourcing for them, they cut out a middleman, which means that they get to pay the Asian cacao bean farmers more. And plus, come on, why not support our own, right? So I'm super excited. I don't know about you guys because I freaking love chocolate, especially like it's vegan and essentially it's dark chocolate. So first up, the first thing we're gonna try is their single estate chocolate buttons from Vung Tau, Barria, Vietnam. It's 72% dark chocolate, and supposedly their taste profiles is red currants, dry apricots, and dark molasses. So for those who are chocolatiers, you can take a look and you should be able to understand this. I don't really. Their ingredients are just cacao nibs, cocoa butter, and unrefined cane sugar, which is great. So the cacao beans used to produce this chocolate bar are sourced directly from Vung Tau, a port city in Barria province in southern Vietnam. Mr. Trang Va Thong, I hope I pronounced this right, owner of the farm, started cacao farming 15 years ago and has dedicated his time refining the growing, fermenting, drying methods to deliver the best cacao beans. His farm demonstrates good farming practices according to UTZ standards. So let's check out Vietnamese chocolate. So I have to say, for me, I personally love dark chocolate. And usually I have to go for 80%, at least 80% dark chocolate on a not regular basis just to get that bitter sweet feeling of having dark chocolate. But this is 72% dark. And I really have that bitter sweetness, but the sweetness isn't like very overpowering. It's that subtle sweetness, and as the chocolate melts, you get that small, slight fruity flavor in the end, and it's like it's like just at the end. I'm not like a chocolatier. It's just this is just kind of like what I taste, and it's like wow. I'm gonna try another one. It's just a little chocolate button. Like I don't know how to describe it. It's just the perfect bitter sweetness. It's not even sweet sweet. It's just, like really nice flavor. I'm not the best at this, guys. It's just really good. So, next up, we're gonna try some Benns Ethicoa single estate chocolate buttons from Kalinan, Philippines. So another Asian country, of course. And this one is 72% dark chocolate as well. And their taste profile is supposed to be burnt caramel and red milk tea. Never heard of it myself. It's gonna be interesting. And of course, again, 100% natural, vegan, gluten free, and of course, Asian cacao. So let's delve into where this is from. Kalanan, Davao, Philippines. Michael and Doris Tan from Singapore operates a small cacao buying station located in Poblacion town center of Kalanan. They buy wet cacao beans from smallholder farmers and ferment these beans in wooden fermentation boxes and sun-dry them in purpose-built solar dryers. Interesting. Their cacao processing capacity is limited to about 20 tons per month, allowing them to process in small batches, ensuring great quality and development of good flavor notes. And the ingredients are very similar: cacao nibs, cocoa butter, and unrefined cane sugar. This is honestly very interesting to learn where chocolate comes from and how that different sorts of cacao beans can taste different. So let's try. It looks so similar, but then it looks a bit lighter in color. Okay, I don't know if you can tell from my face, but it shocked me a little bit because I used to think the chocolate is just chocolate, but you can taste a different flavor profile from the Vietnamese one I just had, and then this one. There's like a, how do you say, a different flavor that hits you. I think that's the red milk tea. So maybe that's why the chocolate butter is a little bit lighter shade. But the flavor though, it's, wait, let me try another one. Is that little, I don't say burnt, maybe charred. That little hint of flavor from, I think, the red milk tea, or is it the burntness, that gives a different flavor to it. I'm honestly so surprised because I'm learning so much just from like trying this. So let's go to cacao bean chocolate buttons number 3. And this one comes from India. So apparently this one is from Anaimalai, India. Their tasting notes is supposed to be sun-made raisins and cashew nuts. I'm curious how raisins and cashew nuts can get into the flavor of chocolate, but I mean, they've really surprised me thus far with the Kalanan Philippines chocolate. So let's try it. So the taste, again, this is 72% dark chocolate, medium fluidity, and raisins and cashew nuts is the taste profile. So let's read up a little bit. Mr. Harish Manoj Kumar owns a 12-year cacao plantation located in the foothills of Annamalai Hills in Polachi, Tamil Nadu, India. I really hope I'm pronouncing all this right. He manages his farm in a sustainable manner, following principles of permaculture and Korean natural farming, without the use of chemicals. Mr. Harish's cacao beans are primarily Amelanado slash Criollo mix grown and intercropped with coconut and nutmeg. His beans won an ICA award and was selected as one of the top 18 samples worldwide. They are also certified organic. So those people who love organic stuff, hey, Indian chocolate. This is also cacao nibs, cacao butter, and unrefined cane sugar. Again, 72% dark chocolate. This is gonna sound really, really weird. I know there's no raisins inside. But as I swallow, I actually can taste raisins. I'm not even kidding. I can taste raisins in the chocolate. I'm gonna have another button just to like be sure what I'm tasting. Oh, I can really taste raisins in this. If you're kind of person who doesn't like raisins, but you like the flavor and sweetness of raisins, you can have this. This one from India. It really does have an aftertaste of raisins, but because it's chocolate, it tastes so good. I'm so confused right now. I'm having chocolate, the whole texture of chocolate, but I have aftertaste of like raisins. I'm so confused. But it's the last chocolate button that we're gonna have is actually Malaysian. Did you know Malaysia has so many cacao beans and so many cacao plantations? Seriously, so many. And this one is from Sungai Ruan, Pahang, Malaysia. And the taste profile is black currants, raisins, and almonds. Again, it's 72% dark chocolate. So let's read up on the history. Our Sungai Ruang beans are sourced in Malaysia from the Kaw family. With more than 30 years of cacao farming experience, they dedicate their time into growing, fermenting, and drying, perfecting cacao processing. Chocolate made from their estate is known to have a unique fruity taste due to the abundance of fruit plantations surrounding it. I'm learning so much that depending where it's grown, the cacao beans and the flavor changes. So learning so many new things today. Again, it's just cacao nibs, cocoa butter, and refined cane sugar. This is just, I'm learning so much. And I'm so curious to taste, because this is Malaysian. So, black currant, raisins, and almonds. That's the supposed tasting notes. Again, actually it looks like a milk chocolate button. I mean, all of them mostly kind of, they don't look like a traditional dark chocolate button where it's like super dark, like dark brown to black. It's like a lighter shade, but it tastes so good. The first thing that hits my nose as I chew is actually black currants. Like you do actually have the taste of black currants. I can't taste the raisins that well. I think because of the Indian one, where the aftertaste of the raisins were quite strong. But I taste the black currants in this like much more strongly. For me personally, I taste the black currants so much more stronger than the others. But like this entire, just trying all these four from four different regions, that you really can taste the difference in each chocolate depending where it's from. And it's so good and it's so interesting to learn how these are made. Like a whole explanation here. I can make another video for you guys if you want. And I have more to try, and this is really surprising me as much that chocolate could taste so different. It's amazing. And this is our local chocolate, guys. Really, like even this far, I'm like, you have to try this. Like it's ethically sourced, it's sustainable. They make it as healthy as they can, and like it's all supporting Asian farmers, all trying to give back to the farmers and stuff. It's amazing. I can't wait to try the others. So the next one we're gonna try is normal buttons. It's gonna be Benns Cacao Sungai Ruam chocolate coated almonds. For those of you chocolate nut lovers, I think this is the one for you guys. And it's almond coated with 72% dark chocolate from Sungai Ruam. So all their chocolates are single estate, and this is a local one. So this is how it looks like. It's coated with cocoa powder, hence my fingers are covered with cocoa powder. It smells like chocolate. I think they toast the almonds before they cover with chocolate, because as I kind of crunch into the almond, it doesn't feel as hard as sometimes when I eat like almonds, and it just kind of breaks down in your mouth. And since like the Sungai Rang chocolate, it really has notes of like the fruity and nuttiness, like almond, tasting notes of almond, blackcurrant, and all that. It blends so nicely with the almond. I'm just gonna. I find it's a perfect balance because it's not too much sweetness from the chocolate. You can still taste the almonds, but it blends nicely. I think they picked the right chocolate for this. I mean, what am I saying? I'm not a chocolate person. I mean, I'm not a chocolatier, but this is just me learning about this and like tasting all these different things. Like, wow, look at this. It's so good. Like, this is a perfect snack. I would gladly snack on this and I wouldn't feel like gelat. That's the beauty about this, is that I could snack on these chocolates and I wouldn't feel like it's too much. And the great thing is that I have a little bit of it and I feel like I'm good. I don't feel like I'm craving more chocolate. It's like I have a couple buttons and I'm like, oh wow, this is good enough. This is actually pretty good. And like I feel satisfied from my chocolate craving. Whereas sometimes when you buy chocolates outside, you eat and then you're just like, I want more. Whereas this one I have a bit and I'm like, that craving for chocolates, because I believe that sometimes we crave chocolate because of the antioxidants and the iron and all that. And you just have a few and you're like, oh, I'm good. Like, this is the kind of feeling I get. I love it. I don't feel gelat. I feel like it's good. It's perfect. And of course, the last two products that I have, alright, the last two are also Malaysian made. We have raw cacao nibs, superfood, also of Benns Ethicoa. And we have also Cacao Tea from Malaysia. So actually, the last three products that I tried are all from our local Pahang estate. So coated almonds, we have cacao nibs, and even cacao tea. And they're all locally sourced, which is amazing because, come on, locals, support locals. And like, wow, honestly. So I guess maybe some of you are wondering why cacao tea, like what is the good thing about cacao tea? But one thing I have to say I love is that they use every single part of the cacao bean, from husk to nibs to, you know, everything. It's amazing. But first, why cacao tea? Let me find out for you. So, how is drinking cacao tea good? So of course it's different with cocoa and cacao. Cacao is less processed, so which means that you actually get more nutrients and minerals from it. So what are the health benefits of cacao tea, according to them, from this little template that I have? According to them, cacao tea contains antioxidants, it's a neurotransmitter, it has caffeine, amino acids, micronutrients, helps cardiovascular health, lowers blood pressure, is healthy fats, thermogenic aid, and etc. Given that the husk absorb many of the nutrients from the beans themselves, cacao tea packs a nutritional punch, containing many similar health properties. And cacao is actually one of the highest plant-based sources for magnesium. And the chocolate tea is rich in antioxidants and other vitamins. But don't forget that it's also a mood boost. It has mood boosting properties too, because it contains theobromine, which is a natural stimulant with a gentle, slow release effect to give you that little, pick me up without that harsh crash that you get from caffeine and like drinking coffee. And the bliss chemical, and then and anandamide, which is released when we are feeling great. So you know, so according to them, from this little template, why cacao tea is good for you is because it has antioxidants. It's good for your muscular health, cardiovascular health. It has micronutrients, amino acids. It even has caffeine in it, and it's a lot of micronutrients like iron, magnesium inside. So your tea in the husk even has all that rich antioxidants and vitamins inside. And plus, cacao has been proven to help mood boosting because it has a natural stimulant called theobromine, which releases like really slowly into your system, where it gives you that little pick me up without the caffeine crash. You know what I mean? For those who like me who drink caffeine and we go hook and back down and just die. So you get the little thing, plus you get this bliss chemical, which I can't pronounce for the life of me, and which releases into our system, making us feel so good. Like, I mean, that's why we all love chocolate, right? So just by drinking this tea, you get all that health benefits. And the ingredients are just cacao nibs and cacao husks, which means that they use every single part of the cacao bean, which is wonderful. Nothing goes to waste. So I'm gonna continue reading up on all the chocolate and how all these cacao beans are sourced and made from Benns Ethicoa. And of course, if you guys want to try some, do go to their online store. But I've actually noticed that they actually sell their chocolate in Village Grocer as well. Because I was roaming around the other day and they have it in their organic section. Plus, you can even visit their factory or even their website. I will drop down a link below. And do check them out. Everything is so good. Like, do get it. Do go and try, especially like the local beans if you want to support local. Like, really, it's sustainable. It's vegan. I mean, it's amazing. Even this bag they give is 100% biodegradable. And of course, if you want to visit the factory yourselves just to get the beans yourself, I will put their link and their website below so you can go contact them and check them out. Other than that, if you guys want me to kind of share more in details of where the chocolate comes from, for all those chocolatiers, we have the whole details of how they make each chocolate from how they make each bar, artisanal chocolate bar. I will make another video explaining from what they gave me. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video and go check out the chocolate.